the old school way of thinking has always been ask and you shall receive. And, the new way of thinking is give and you shall receive.
Yeah.
So keep on, giving and giving and giving. So I want to give me some new listings, man. I want to become a listing agent, Jimmy. What do I got to do to get those listings?
Yep. So we mentioned this. Let me throw you a little slant on this, okay? Something that's really working for us right now, Chadi. We haven't even talked about this, okay? This is really just digital. Listen, we all know farming it works. I want to give a little slant on that digital farming. Here's what I'm talking about, okay? I'm going to tell you the background on this, the story of how this came about, and then I'm going to tell you exactly, just because this didn't happen to you, how you can do this, okay? So I had this older condo that I had been listing this place for 20 years in. I had this place listed. The owner sent me an email. They forwarded me an email from the HOA that said, hey, we'll be paving the parking lot. Please stay off the parking lot. And so the owner says, hey, if we're going to show it, we have to come in the back door. Great. Then I look up at the email, and the email has in there the name, unit number, and email address for all of the owners in that condo. I was like, ooh, y'all shouldn't have given that to me. And here's the reason why. I immediately went and built an email list of all of those owners. Now listen, let me say this very clearly. Do not spam anyone. Not only do not spam anyone, if you have any hint of sales information in the email you're going to send, it's going to backfire on you. But let me tell you what I did. I put together and recorded my screen a video going through the active pending solds, the upcoming events that were happening in the area, and basically did a 3-minute video. I literally took this thing, went and took a picture in the neighborhood, and went to Google and found a Google play button for YouTube, and put in Canva, put that on there, and put the neighborhood sales update for that month, and sent this out. Then I scanned where it was, people are scanners. So I put like update for the sales information, and then active pending sold. And then at the end, just simply said, hey, I hope this is of value. If you're curious about your place's value, the market's moving, don't hesitate to reach out. Love to be your resource. That's all I said. Didn't try to jam with anything. Started sending these things out. And first couple of months, nothing. And I was like, man, what's going on here? I didn't get any response. I didn't get negative, positive, anything, About the 3rd month, I get the first call. Emails back and says, hey, do you mind giving us an update? Really appreciate the last 3 months you're getting this. Again, repetition builds your reputation. So then it was like every single month after that, I was getting 1 to 2 emails back from the owner saying, hey, I've got a family member that wants to live here. I was curious about my value. Hey, did this really sell for that? What does that mean to my value? And we started getting listings every month. Here's the beauty of this. Guess how much this costs? Because the typical mailers are going to cost us, a couple dollars a month per household. If we're going to do this right, $0. It was amazing. So here's what we did is we were getting basically the sauce on this thing, the secret sauce on this thing is it said whatever subdivision sales update for whatever the month was. We're getting 85% open rate on those emails. Industry average is 18%. It's crazy because it was very specific to that owner. We began to do this and try this out. Now, let me just say this. If you're sitting here and you don't have anything, the beauty of it was too, we're in a coastal market. So like when a storm came in, I went out there and shouted on my iPhone, hey, I know you're watching the news. You may not be in the area. We dodged the bullet. Here's the view with the sun shining today. And the Weather Channel is telling you the world's ending. Just want to let you know we dodged a bullet. If any of you'd like for me to walk by your place, do a little walk around or check inside for you, just reach out to me. I'm in town. I got here, stayed here. Be glad to get that information to you. That thing killed, as you can imagine, because we were adding value when nobody else was. If you don't have the email list, here's a couple ways to do this. Start with your own neighborhood. Start in your own backyard. Odds are if there's an HOA or there's an ownership in the area for your neighborhood, there is an owner's list that has email addresses. Again, don't spam anybody. Just give value. Just become the resource in the neighborhood. Add value. Tell them what's going on. If you don't have that there, what is your farm area you're currently in? And do you have a great client? We had a client that was in one of the neighborhoods that we couldn't get the email list for. Said, listen, here's what we're doing. I'll show you an example. We just want to add value to everybody. If you happen to have an owner's list, we'd love to just see a copy of it. Here's our plan. We are not going to spam anyone. We just want to add value to them. They got us the list. We were getting 65% cold open rate on the average sales price in that neighborhood being $2.5 million. First time we sent it. So if you don't have that, Truth Finder, you can use Truth Finder now. It gives you background checks on all the owners. It also gives you phone numbers and email addresses. Primary residence, you can use something like Cold Realty Resource. email addresses are basically public. Again, let me say this again. Don't spam. People can smell it when you have commission breath. Do not spam anyone. Just add value. The beauty of this is if you'll commit to this, and then if you supplement it with traditional farming methods right now, it's a freaking wrap. I mean, you will get listings if you'll do this. You'll add value in a way. You'll come to a place where you're adding value to that place. You're going to be consistently doing this every month. And then also by doing that consistently, you're going to become the top of mind agent for them. And it compounds over time. The more you do it, the more they remember you. And now all of a sudden we're seeing taking 20% market share in these cold neighborhoods within the first 6 months. Crazy numbers, because it's something that they're standing in most cases. They're standing when their mail comes by the garbage can and they're ripping these. Now they still work. It's going to hit the right person. You still get that 1 to 2%. Now, this is different. It's hitting them in a way they've never seen before. The video portion gives them the ability to connect with you in a way that just cold mail with your glamour shot on the side of it doesn't do. So it gives you the ability to really personalize that. So Chadi, if I had to do one thing right now, and I had agents and they were like, how do I get listings? Find a place to be the expert in. Know that neighborhood like the back of your hand. Begin to not just traditionally farm the neighborhood, but digitally farm it, and be patient. Listen, when you start farming, the whole idea of farming, I grew up on a farm. We planted seeds. To go out there the next day and think that you're going to have a harvest the next day would be naive. It comes with patience, with diligence, and continuing to work with that crop as it develops, and then you reap. Be patient, understand this, be consistent, and you're going to see some things that you can't imagine happen as far as gaining market share.